Let's go about the video on diabetes remission. You can remit your diabetes if you have these following foods: green tea without sugar, black coffee without sugar, eggs with yolk, sweet potatoes, cucumber. But you have to tell which one will help remit the most. If you look at green tea, it will strengthen the overall health system, and it can also help you when you are having intermittent fasting. During intermittent fasting, green tea will not break your fasting. If you have black coffee, it can also help boost your metabolism, and it will not break your intermittent fasting. Eggs with yolk, it will break your intermittent fasting, but not much. When you have sugar, it will break your intermittent fasting. When you have the fat or the protein, it will not break intermittent fasting. But if you have protein, it may break your intermittent fasting, it will turn into sugar when you have a strong diabetes, when you have a strong insulin resistance. The protein will turn into sugar, and it will then break your fasting. Sweet potatoes, eat a lot, but the problem is if you eat sweet potatoes, it will break your intermittent fasting because it has sugar. But the thing is that when you have food, what is important is that you can get rid of sugar. So when you have sweet potatoes, it has sugar, but glycemic index is not high. It will be very slowly getting your blood sugar level higher. It's true, but the thing is that when you have a lot of sweet potatoes, it will help you get away from the sugar like rice. When you have a lot of rice, it will rise your blood sugar level because it has a lot of sugar. And if you have sweet potatoes, you would not that much like to eat rice. So the thing is that you can have a lot of sweet potatoes. It will not raise your blood sugar level quickly, but it has a lot of sugar too. And it has that much good sides. It will improve your health system. So when you have eggs, it's much better for your health. It's true. And when you have sweet potatoes, it also does the same. But the thing is that if you have lots of sweet potatoes, it will lessen the intake of your rice. That's the main thing. When you want to remit your diabetes, what's most important is you have to avoid bread, you have to avoid wheat, you have to avoid rice. So if you have green tea, it will not reduce the intake of your rice. When you have black coffee, it will not decrease the intake of rice. And when you have eggs, it will definitely lessen the intake amount of rice. It's true. But when you have a lot of sweet potatoes, if you have sweet potatoes, it will improve your health system. It has a lot of vitamins and minerals. At the same time, it can reduce your rice intake. So most of us, especially in Bangladesh, people are used to having a lot of rice every day. So if you have eggs, it will lessen the intake of rice. It's true, but not much. And if you have green tea, it will not decrease the amount of rice. Black coffee will not decrease the amount of rice. If you have cucumber, it will not that much decrease the amount of rice. The thing is that your main purpose is to lessen the amount of rice. As you want to lessen the amount of rice, sweet potatoes can help you the most. So in that consideration, if you have a lot of sweet potatoes, it will improve your health system. It has a lot of vitamins and minerals. It's world famous food, and this can help get a very little amount of rice. You can, without rice, if you have a lot of potatoes, you can go, no problem. So the thing is that we usually destroy the system, the diabetic, the insulin resistance goes higher, especially because we have a lot of rice, we have a lot of bread. So the thing is that if you look at the overall situation, you'll find that sweet potatoes can remit your diabetes much quicker because you can have a lot of sweet potatoes. And cucumber is good for health. So all these five items are very good for remitting your diabetes. It's true, but sweet potatoes can do the most.